One time I was at a kid's birthday party, and I've generally found that the best kids' birthday parties are the ones where in which the parents provide some alcohol just to take the fucking edge off. Did your kid just sustain a serious neck injury? Come on, mate. I'm on my third beer. Give us a break, mate. Yeah, anyway, so I was having a couple of beers, just chilling out. My kid was somewhere. Couldn't tell you exactly where, to be honest, but got chatting with another dad and started off very surface level. And then I'm not sure how it happened, but there was just kind of like a slight left turn in the conversation. And then me and this geezer were fucking balls deep into the whole Julian Assange WikiLeaks stuff. And it just happened out of nowhere. And then he started dropping all these truth bombs in terms of like, oh yeah, the Americans been have had Assange on their radar for fucking 20 years, and it's if they can get if we can free Assange or stop him from getting extradited to the US, he's gonna drop more bombs, more than Epstein ever could have possibly dropped, and this cunt was fucking rattling off a lot of truth bombs, and yeah, it was almost too much for the situation we were in. Perversely, I was loving. I was like, "Fucking, how many drinks has this dude had?" And he wasn't drunk. He was just kind of like he was like a truth junkie almost, where he was like, or a, I don't know, people who drop truth in those situations where truth shouldn't really be thrown around too much. They're almost like extreme sport people, where they're like, "Yeah, you ready for this? Want to watch me do something crazy?" 9/11 9/11 happened by was caused by yeah, so those type of people, and then they're chewing your ear off about Assange and 9/11 and Jeffy Epstein, and then someone's walking around, fairy bread anyone? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, nothing. Just what a beautiful day it is. Thanks so much for putting on the beers, Geraldine. And then Geraldine wanders off with her fairy bread, and it's like, yeah, have you ever thought about what the real reason for Russia Ukraine is? They're back on the truth shit, and it's I like goading people on like that, but you definitely don't want to kind of like yeah, because they kind of rope you into their craziness a little bit. If you start kind of like you know getting too into it and asking questions, then you become like a co-conspirator or something. It's like, oh, look at those two WikiLeaks fucking fiends over there. Those conspiracy theory nuts. You're like, hey, don't shoot the guy asking leading questions, trying to get my new friend to hang himself. You get roped in, and then it's also kind of like, well, where do we go from here? Well, the obvious fucking answer is like we go get some coke and we do this till 4 in the morning. But we can't because we're at a kid's fucking birthday, mate. So we've got to, we've got to kind of wind it back in and yeah, go back to the fairy bread and oh yeah, my kid does have a serious neck injury. Where's the nearest hospital? So that's what it's just like an unfair come down. And so long story short, I don't think that you should get too honest with those randoms. You can tease it a little bit. You can kind of be like, here we go then. You can look, but you can't touch. You can just do a little bit of a truth strip tease type of vibe. But the reality is that in those situations, people can't handle the truth. You can handle the truth. Because if everyone was truly honest, no one would be invited to the party. It's like, there's a fucking anti-vaxxer over there. Um, she hates beep people for what they did in beep. Um, yeah, and it's weird how quickly like if you are the truth bomb person, you've had a few too many drinks. I don't give a shit anymore. If you're that guy, then everyone else, all the kind of respectable people, will be like, oh, They're a bit out there, aren't they? Because they're the extreme sports junkies, kind of like riding around with their fucking truth motocross, doing jumps and shit, doing tricks and shit around all the mainstream boring water cooler. Oh yeah, what's happening for summer vacation for you lot? All that all that shit. Um so they're a bit out there for doing that, but in reality, they're the only ones being honest. But as I said before, honesty is not always the best policy. Certainly not at a kid's birthday party. Save it until you're alone. You've got a bag of Coke and you can really get to the bottom of things.